Hey guys, it's Woody and Cars. I thought I'd do a state of WoodyCraft kind of video. I've had a lot of requests for them, and on top of that, there is clearly a vibe out there that you'd like to know what's happening at WoodyCraft, what's going on. Because we have so much in development and not a lot getting released like every day, there's a vibe out there that not much is happening, but a ton is happening. September and October, we have so much nearly done that you could practically consider it a relaunch of WoodyCraft. And I brought some notes to so that I don't skip anything. The first thing, September 11th, is Sky Wars. So Sky Wars, like, I don't know if you know this, we were one of the first servers to ever have Sky Wars at all. I think we were the second, if I'm right. And it's cool. It's been a good game mode. And when we launched it, we were the best Sky Wars server in the world. The multiverse, you might say. But since then, I feel like the other ones have either caught up or maybe in some cases have even gotten better. And we can't have that, right? Cars. We're looking to be the very best. Wow, literally 4 airplanes. Thank you. Maybe I can catch them? Huh? So, our new Sky Wars is going to have leaderboards by map. So it's going to have the top, I think, win-loss ratio and the top kill-death ratio, or the top, I think it does not ratio. I think it's the top kills and the top wins for every map that you're on there. That's one cool thing that we're bringing. We're about tripling the number of maps that we have. That's a cool thing that we're bringing. It should be less laggy based on the architecture it has. That's a cool thing that we're bringing. And bugs. And there's team-based games. I don't know if anyone has a team-based Sky Wars out there, but we've got a couple things. I know we did a little load testing on it last night. I did a live stream. We opened it up, let people see it. You see all the new lobby. I played the red versus blue map, which was a team-based thing. It was real simple with just 2 islands, but they're not all like that. And it's pretty neat. Like you'll have blue over your head. You'll know your team, and the bad guys will have red over their head, or vice versa, depending on what team you're on. So team-based Sky Wars, leaderboards, that's coming, and that's September 11th to anyone who's ever bought a rank on the server, and then September 13th to the public. So we like to do that. One is a way to reward people who support us, so thank you for that. And two, sometimes we find that the people who bought a rank are a little more forgiving, a little likely to try it again tomorrow if they run into a glitch. So so you guys are kind of our beta testers. You're our home team, and we appreciate you for that. The next thing, Factions Fire Reset. That is September 19th is the reset, is like the reset event. You know, if you guys have been around WoodyCraft for a while, you know that, what we do is we make it so the spawn's not protected anymore, and then we have an event to see who can own the spawn. Typically, we grade on 3 things: who's winning PvP, who has the most people on the spawn, and who has the nicest base in the spawn. And we alter the rules to make it as competitive as possible. Anyway, so September 19th, that event starts, and then September 20th, we open up the new fire. Every time we do a new factions reset, there's kind of a theme to it, right? Like this one is going to have this one is going to have that. And our big focus on factions this time around is lag. There's a couple things even just built into standard Spigot that make it better. I don't know how tech you guys want to get, but the way that ticks work across hoppers and across chests and things like that and redstone is different. Player movement's been moved into another thread. There are some things in Spigot. Oh, and then the timings, like the data we get on what causes lag, has improved a ton in the new Spigot. So there's a lot there. There's some stuff that's custom to WoodyCraft, like how waterfalls and how TNT explosions are handled, so that we can start dealing with those gigantic cannons and things like that. So yeah, I mean, you've been heard. If there's one thing that we really want to do differently this factions reset, it's we want to perform better. So that's the big thing. Fixing lag is tricky. I mean, we've had some of you watching this, maybe even, were our beta testers to see how the cannons work, and they built giant cannons, with in excess of I'm across the street, in excess of 100 propulsion TNT. I think it was 120 some propulsion TNT, which is a pretty good sized cannon, and they said it worked flawlessly with no lag. Now I really want to see it work flawlessly on a full server and not a test server, but it's a step in the right direction, and that's the kind of testing that we're doing. So again, Factions Fire Reset event starts on the 19th, it ends on the 20th, and then we make the thing go live. But there's more. Blitz. Blitz is a mini game. We haven't really told many people much about it, but it's actually kind of done. And we're looking to release that on September 25th to members, and then the 27th to the public. You know, I talked about that earlier. So that's what we have going on. How much time do I have left? Oh, good, lots of time. So, so Blitz will be a new mini game that we add to WoodyCraft. It's another one that should not be very laggy because every mini game exists in its own JVM. So instead of having like 100 or 300 people play on one server, we just launch a new server for every game, kind of like we do for survival games. And then we have big expensive hardware that handles that well. So, so anyway, Blitz is coming along, and we'll add a new mini game to the mix. Next, Kit PvP. This is for October now, and I'm not setting dates for the October stuff because it's a little further out and it's still in development. But that's September. Sky Wars, Fire, and Blitz. For October, Kit PvP, and then an RPG game that we're calling PKA. So I saw the Kit PvP today, and I was blown away with how that started. What we might do is replace Bare Bones and Origin with the new one, and keep Kit PvP. I don't even know what we call the mini game like one. It's actually always our most popular. What we used to call Kit PvP 2.0. It's the most popular Kit PvP we have, so we'll probably keep it, replace the other two, and combine them. And that does a couple of things. One, it splits the player base less. Like, I don't want to add a fourth one, and two, it divides our moderators and staff a little less, so we can have better enforcement. Going across 3 Kit PvP servers looking for cheaters is a tall order. So getting a better Kit PvP and knocking down to, you know, from 3 servers to 2 should be a better way for our staff to stay on top of all the cheating. People don't like No Cheat Plus on Kit PvP because it introduces a really subtle lag, but if you're an expert at Kit PvP, which I'm not, but I can relate to COD, where I do have a lot of time in that game. Even small differences in performance become really noticeable to someone who's fine-tuned to catching them. So people don't like No Cheat Plus, which means you need a lot of staff. So going from 3 servers to 2 will be a step in the right direction. Oh, streaming. I intend to stream more than I have been. I didn't widely say it because I didn't want to talk about it, but what originally stopped me from streaming were the DDoS attacks. There was this guy, Lil DOS, and he had a very powerful booter. And even when our DDoS protection service stepped up their game, it became a really risky thing to, you know, want to stream like that. And it just seemed like it was better for WoodyCraft if I didn't stream. And then now that he doesn't seem to be active anymore, I don't have a good excuse other than I fell out of the habit of streaming, and that's the truth to all of it. So I streamed last night, and I had such a good time, I kind of forgot how cool it can be. So so expect some more streams soon. We'll probably load test Sky Wars again before it goes live on the 11th, and you know, and I'll stream. We'll get people in the game, and we'll see. I know the first time. The TPS was always pretty much pinned at 20. I mean 19.97. So you know, let's stream again and see if it continues to work well like that. So so that's a cool thing. What else do I have? Oh, new website. God, we've been working on this website for ages. The website's important because it changes WoodyCraft from just a server that you play on to a community of people that you love and that you hate. And we have a whole new thing coming for the website that's going to be really cool, and the store part too. It'll be way easier to tell what's included with the ranks, whereas today I feel like it takes a lot of expertise and experience to even understand what you get with Immortal or what you get with God. Going forward, that won't be a problem. And then of course the forums and the games and stuff will all be explained, and it's going to be better, and it's going to look better, and it's going to be modern, and I've seen it. I've been on the new website, and I honestly think it's the best website of any Minecraft server in the world. The Hive is also really good, but it's great. So there's so much traffic, and it feels weird doing this to a camera. They're all looking at me. Oh, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about was promotions. So two people. Fuzzy, everyone knows Fuzzy Wig. He's amazing. In spite of being the authoritarian guy that has to ban, everyone loves him, which is a really hard trick to pull off. He's going to be a new admin now. He's going to have root on our servers. He has full access on the website. So Fuzzy's been promoted, and he has more power and capabilities than he ever did before, which is great in a couple ways. One, he can just do his job even better, and two, guys like Chiz, Zero, and I will be able to distribute the tasks that previously only we could do. So that's a cool thing. And the other is Tricky. So Tricky is going to be a project manager now. In reality, that's what he's been doing. Some of the things that I'm talking about, like the new kit PvP and the new PKA game modes that come in October, he's been leading the charge on that for some time. His role on the build team has always been more than just placing blocks. It's been organizing people, and we're making that official. So that's what's new at WoodyCraft. It may have felt like we were just, I don't know, sitting on our hands and not doing much, but by the end of this month, you will be completely relieved of that notion. Because what you're going to see is the efforts of the kind of work that we've been putting in over the last couple months. So there you have it. That's the state of WoodyCraft. It is strong, and I hope you like the video.